All right. TJ Lang has joined us after his Pentagon meeting. What's going on, man?
Did they change
I
the
took a
codes?
blood oath. I can't talk about
That's
it.
fine. That's
NDAs.
respected.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
cannot speak about it.
Everything's available. Normally we just talk football, but obviously it's too big a sports weekend between what the Wings, basically taking a dump on their home ice. Then you got the Tigers game 5 tonight. You got Lions on primetime against the Chiefs, where the script writers are not letting the Chiefs go to 2-4.
Oh man, I kind of got that feel too.
You believe in the script
No, I'm
writer?
not a conspiracy theorist,
Right there,
but it's
baby.
like I've seen when I was playing. It's like this is ridiculous. People think this is scripted, but the last maybe 3 or 4 years, especially when it comes to watching Chiefs games, it's like I could see where these people are coming from. I could totally see
Where's
it now.
the auto drop when
I
you
want to
need it?
give this guy a hug.
feel.
My God, you big, beautiful bastard.
Well, listen, I'm not going to add much on the Red Wings. I watched the first 5 minutes last night before I had to go record a pregame show, and first 5 minutes I was like, okay, dang, scored, one
Hope
up,
you turned
up,
it off
nothing,
after
and
that.
then after that was like I was a box score highlight watcher, so I can't add anything of value that I really believe in because I didn't get a chance to watch the game.
Well,
Yes,
his
Well,
wife
if you
down
look
there.
closely, you saw Kenny's seat was vacated.
yeah, I think there were a lot.
He left in the second
period.
period, and he didn't even tell his wife.
Oh, you're telling me that signing a bunch of old veterans that were former first-round picks
Hey,
to try to bring
these are
this
the
team
kids.
up isn't working for like the 6th straight year?
These are the kids.
There's
I
Dayball cussing out the doctor.
Yeah, there he is.
That's
There's
wild,
Dayball.
too. I missed that, too.
You're
But
cussing out the doctor. Your quarterback's in a medical tent. Brian, this is 2025. That's a bad look.
That's bad. That's really bad. You can't do that.
Wait,
You
he's
gotta let
not
those
done.
guys do
I'm
their
not
job.
done.
He's
Get
not
over here,
done.
nerd boy. Where's my quarterback?
I heard, I kind of read some of the stories today about Dayball kind of rushing into the tent, and he apologized for it.
Yeah,
He's
he
going to get a
walked
big.
in-
He's going to get a big fine.
Right,
He's
he
gonna get a
walked
big
in there
fine.
like, I need to know
Yeah,
what's
he's going
on.
to get a big fine. Like when the players get injured, when they go to that blue tent, that is
A safe space
you
for
do
independent
not, you do not get
doctors.
anywhere close. Anybody,
Scatterbo tried to go in there. They didn't kick
that's-
him out.
Even players, you don't go close to go check up. Hey, we know that you want this guy back in the game, but you got to let the doctors do their job without feeling pressure. He's going to get a big fine
Well,
for
I got
that.
to technically, I mean, if it should fall under what is it, the HIPAA thing where
Yeah,
that's
it's
a
kind of a
doctor
privacy.
review. And he literally walked in there like, hey, what's going on? He just opened up
Let
the
me know.
curtain.
I need to know. Do I
What's
have
your
this guy?
name?
Let's
Good.
go.
Get back in
No
there.
knock.
Got a big
knocking.
third down coming up. I need him. Let's
No
go.
knock, no
Yeah,
nothing. He
that's-
just walked in there like, what? So it win.
I've never seen that before. And the standard operating procedure is normally for the coaches, a doctor, or not even a doctor, an athletic trainer will come up to them and say, hey, this guy's unavailable right now. We'll give you an update as soon as we get it. Let it. He's going to go get checked out. But for Dayball just to barge in the tent and his patience ran out. He needed to know right now.
He
was like,
MFing
dude, that
the
you can't
doctor.
do that.
His
You
patience
can't
Right
do
on
didn't
the
that.
sideline.
The
Yeah.
second he went in there, Dabo
Yeah.
followed.
And your job as a coach is like, okay, this guy's not available. What do we do? Okay, we got to get a little more
I think he took
conservative.
one
And then
look
you-
at
and then you
weirdo
get-
Russell
and then-
Wilson and
Right
went, oh, you're not doing me like this.
Russell Wilson skipped the pass like it was a rock on
Was
a bomb.
Jameis on the bench kind of winking at him like, hey,
Dude.
coach,
He was eating a
I'm ready to eat
W.
one.
Yeah.
I'm ready to eat one for you, coach. Let's go. That was wild.
No, it was. I've never seen that.
Yeah,
before.
this is going to be a fun, maybe, hopefully.
Well, what do you
next
think
3
of tonight?
days.
Do you think my
I
reasons
have no-
suck?
No, I mean, anytime you have Tarek Skubal on the mound,
That,
it's
but
like, yeah,
that's
you have
where
a
it ends
chance.
for me. I don't have any other reasons.
Yeah, because the last 4 or 5 weeks now has just been like such a ridiculous roller coaster ride where it literally the extreme highs to extreme lows. I mean,
extreme.
that's like I feel like I had to see a psychiatrist after watching this team for the last 3 weeks. And
How
even
about
though
just the other
I
day?
was at the game Wednesday, and I think I looked at my wife in the top of the 5th inning, and I'm like, time to beat traffic. It's like
Hey, in the mood for
I was trying to
barbecue?
be positive, but I'm like, I've seen this story before. It's 3-0. Like, no, there's no way they're going to do this. And then they go on an explosion, 3 runs, and then in the 5th, and then 4 runs in the 6th. And it's like, okay, oh my God, like, is this the new team, or is this just the desperate team that's like, we have no choice right now but to hit the ball? Like, you know what I mean? But it's like tonight, I honestly, like, I've been thinking about this for 2 days now. I have no idea what to feel. I don't feel confident. I don't feel nervous. I feel like I've just kind of submitted to myself just that whatever happens is going to happen. And
God, I'm
I feel
supremely
like it's
confident.
almost like as long as they can get Skubal an early lead, because it feels like every game that he's pitched, he's keeping them to 1 run or 2 runs, but it's always 1-0 or 2-0.
And that's my thing is if you can get him a second run, then he can go out there and just pitch.
Yeah.
When he has to pitch and they're down, he tries
He does
to do a little
everything.
too
He
much.
throws the ball between his legs to first base. He does weird stuff. He tries to field a chopper behind his head, instead of letting the second baseman do it because he's probably pressing himself like, I've got to do this. Everything is on my shoulders. If you can get an early run for him, I think he's going to hit a different level.
Well, here's the other thing.
You're not going to let me. I'm not coming out of this game. If you give me a 1 or 2 run lead, I'm going to burn my arm, and I'm going to stay in this game.
Well, that's where Seattle.
See,
this is where I called him. What was it, Mr. Sprinkles yesterday? Dan Wilson. You remember the mailman for Mrs. Doubtfire?
Oh yeah,
I got a letter for you. That's Dan Wilson, the Mariners manager. This guy's a doorknob. To me, if I'm the Mariners tonight, you have got to elevate the pitch count. I understand you don't want to neuter your players who like to swing early, but fellas, do me a solid. We're going to take 1. We're going to at least have some productive at-bats because if Scooble gets cruising, my whole feeling is that organization, that fan base, that collection of weirdos, and then the team, they're going to press.
You're talking Seattle.
It's
a different city.
Bunch of lookers over there.
Different
the
city.
point I'm making is I think they're going to get tight because they haven't been to the ALCS in 25 years. They know, look, think about if we were on the other side of this and the team who was coming into our ballpark had Tarek Skubal. You'd be petrified.
Right. Yeah.
So your point, I agree with both of you. That's where he's going to be sitting nude with just a satin Braves jacket on for the bunts. You're going to see bunts tonight, and he's going to be right back to 1984.
Yeah.
He's going to love it tonight.
That's playoffs, man. Like things that even coming out of
Bobby Cox.
When you went 1-1 in Seattle, it was like, okay, you kind of feel good about it, but at the same time, I think all of us. That's what I'm saying. Everybody expected to split that series, but to win the Scoople start, it just happened in reverse.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're absolutely right. If I'm Seattle, and I may have said something to some Seattle fans walking out of Comerica Park Wednesday that hey, Tarek Scooble's coming back to the West Coast. No, I wasn't. It wasn't anything. I didn't say a swear word. I just, Tarek Scooble's coming back. Like,
doesn't make
he's
it
the
better.
boogeyman.
Oh, Mike. By the way,
okay.
Tej.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Why would you do that? Yeah.
By the way,
I was fired up.
John Mara has spoken. A statement came out from him saying he spoke to Coach Dayball this morning, and while I firmly believe he has stated that he was not trying to influence the process in any way, he understands that the appearance of going into the tent is inappropriate. We have protocols in place as the league to ensure players' safety, and we need to follow the medical staff to execute those protocols without interference.
Okay. He wasn't trying to influence.
Yeah, okay.
Sure. Said the guy who tried to hand a cop a bag of Coke.
He clearly was because he apologized for it.
Here's a brick of cash. Can I get out of this? I'm not trying to bribe you out of a ticket. Okay.
Wait, did that $500 just fall out?
Oh, my
was that
God.
yours? Because I don't know where it came from.
Yeah. But, Mike, going back to your point, I think if Seattle wants to take pitches and try to get the pitch count up, that might help Scooble because he's a strike-throwing machine.
I know.
He's not a guy that battles – a bunch of 3-2 counts or 3-0 counts and has to dig his way back in and get some swings and misses. Like, he peppers the zone. And I think that's why so many teams are trying to get him on the first pitch.
Because you feel like the first pitch is going to be the best thing.
You feel like, hey, he's going to try to – he always wants to get in front of the count. Like, you got to swing at it. So if Seattle does what you're kind of suggesting, where it's like, hey, get his pitch count up and take the first pitch, like I think that
maybe
might
I'm
help
stupid.
Tarek.
Maybe I'm dumb. I just feel super confident because I just can't imagine Scooble going 0 for 4 against the Mariners this year and twice in a week.
Yeah.
I know that's not my strongest evidence work, but that's what I got.
But it's every Scooble start we see there, it always seems to be a different level. You know what I mean? And I know going back to last year, he had the same situation, Game 5 in Cleveland,
one bad pitch.
where one bad pitch, he got away from him. I would imagine he learned from that. But every time I watch Tarek's pitch, it's like how is he going to this different level? Like 7 innings in and 102 pitches in, and he leaves with a 101 mile an hour
That's
fastball.
adrenaline
like,
too,
what
man.
the hell? That's what I'm saying.
You're a
which
competitor.
I think which gives me hope tonight and a little bit of confidence that this guy is. I think he's going to be even on a different level than what we're used to.
I mean, TJ, it's the same thing when you played. When you were playing, you were able to take a 300-pound man and move him like a piece of furniture, but you're the same guy at home who can't pick up a kid's toy. Like, adrenaline does a lot.
It does, yeah, it does.
Lot.
I think for a lot of these guys, most of the guys in the lineup tonight, they were all part of this team last year in Game 5 and in Cleveland. And They knew what it was like to be up 2-1 last year and let the series kind of slip away. And this year down 2-1 and you're crawling back. Like, I would have to think that experience is going to help them.
Yeah.
So
let's take some calls. We're going to get to the script writers at 4 when the injury report comes out. No, I'm so pumped. And we've been friends for years, but I've never loved you more. TJ believes in the script writers. This man is
I'm
elevated.
a believer.
Yes.
Plenty of evidence to back it up. There's plenty of evidence, Rico.
Yeah, it's called the Houston Texans game last year.
So why did they win the Super Bowl last year?
Shut your mouth. 248-539. You don't have to answer that. We will get to this. We're going to take some calls. We're going to get to the script writers at 4. We get the picks in between. Lots to do. Rico, tell them about your basement.
97.1.